Good afternoon, everybody. It is a beautiful day. Let's see what the weather is. Can take that off charge. Whoops. Right now, it is 39 degrees. Whoops. That's what my forecast says for the next week. So I am a little concerned. I think I can slip out later in the week. But will I get any help when I go home to Florida? I don't know. We shall see. I'm going to have to take the baby home sometime. Although it sure has been nice having him. I really enjoy having him. Hey, Patty. Hey, Patty. I haven't seen any updates on your new grandbaby. How is the baby doing? I can't remember. I think it's a little boy, isn't it? I'm not very good at remembering them things. But I know it was a preemie and it was doing good the last time I seen. Trying to get this thing right where I want it. Hard to say. She. Why did I think it was a boy? I'm not. I don't know why I can't remember these things, but God knows, right? Well, she's been in my prayers. I just was wondering how she's doing. And I know your other grandbaby, she's doing good, that had the heart surgery, right? 5 grandsons, 2 girls now. Oh, so the last 2 were girls, huh? Yes, Bella is doing good. Sweet. Glad to hear that. Did you guys get really bad temperatures? I have been like all worried and everything, and I mean, yeah, I was already having freezing ice for the chickens and the dog and stuff, and I was having to break the ice on that, but I didn't see where it got too bad. I mean, it rained really bad last night, but it didn't do like they said it was going to. We didn't get no snow, so Jace is very, very sad. It is colder than usual. 8 this morning, nothing, but not warming much for a few days. Hey, Nancy, how are you doing today, honey? I hope you're staying warm. That's crazy how much snow you guys got. We were supposed to, and then we didn't. I don't even know if. I don't really. I don't really watch the news or anything like that, so I don't know if we even got ice problems. I didn't never lose power or nothing, praise God. Knock on wood. Y'all know I don't believe knocking on wood. I just think it's a funny saying. Yeah, I love it too. I wish it would have snowed. Jace would have absolutely loved it. He is down for a nap, praise God. Hopefully he doesn't come out here. And hopefully I put a great big blanket on the bird, so hopefully he won't start raising. You know what? Yes, snow is better than sleet. And I didn't. I mean, I went over to Wilma. Well, first we had, because of the forecast, we had our church service on Saturday. We met there. I was supposed to be there at 9:00, and I didn't get there till 9:30. And we were putting away the Christmas stuff and cleaning the church and stuff like that. And just pretty much, cleaning up stuff. And then we had our church service. No, then we had our ladies' meeting, because we had plenty of time between that and church service. So then we had our church service, and one of the fellows from the community came in and preached for us, and he did a really beautiful job. I was really, really impressed for him not having any training. Sometimes a pastor with no training is somewhat better than somebody who's been to school for it. Just saying. And then I left there. Did I go to town? No, I left there and came home. And then I went to town. No, I didn't either. Did I go? I didn't think I went to town Saturday. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Yes, I did, because I got diesel fuel. And I got something else. I can't remember what it was. But was really surprised. They really clean the store out. It's a good thing that I have food for years to come, because if the stuff hit the fan, there's really no stores around here. So I'm glad that I am prepared for hurricanes and such like that, and things that I would need stuff for. What? What? I don't know what the little turd's saying. He's supposed to be trying to go to sleep. Let me go check on him. I don't know why he's screaming at me.
I saw a bag on the bed. I saw it.
Lay down and go to sleep.
I saw a big one. It was sweet. Hey, I saw it.
Okay, well, let's go on there. Lay down. And if you get up again, I'm going to whoop.
I'm going to pick it.
Now you messed up my whole bed. Get over there and lay down where you're supposed to be. Good night. I better not hear another beep out of you. He likes to make up stories sometimes. He's trying to keep from going to sleep. So, anyways, I am getting a lot done. I'm really, really proud of myself. I could be doing a lot more, but every time I get something done, let me show you something. Okay, so I was sweeping, got my little pile up. This is what the little man did. He has food all over. I've swept this 3 or 4 times. He gets food all over the place. So I've got work to do whenever I get done with my live stream. It's just like constantly. I was supposed to get the pillow again. I missed the pillow. Crazy. I'm crazy. So, sorry, guys. I hope I'm not making y'all sick. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Christy. Y'all got frozen, huh? Let's see what's on here. Same here. We still have power, but I think we are taking different areas to let it go down and then bring power back up. Did you get more snow today, Kathy? No. Nope. I didn't get any snow, just that one time. And that was the same day. The 2 videos was the same day. It was just later in the day. Those wee ones like to make messes. Teach him to clean up himself. He does. In fact, I had him pick up all of his toys before he left out here. But it's like we went outside and I was trying to give the chickens their food scraps, and see if I couldn't find any eggs. I told him to stay in the house. He cannot stand it. I mean, cannot stand it if I am out of his sight. That's why he has a hard time to go to sleep. So I said, I'm warning you. I'm going to get you if you get up from here and go outside. Well, I forgot about getting him, but he come. I was out there for just a few minutes, and I had just slung out all the food and stuff, scraps for the birds, and I hear the door. He comes running out like that. And he's like, I'm cold. I said, well, you should have stayed in the house. I'm cold. Now, he ain't got no shoes on. You can't keep shoes on him. He chases one chicken into the coop area. And then I try to get him to chase another chicken into the coop area. No, I'm cold. So I said, okay, let's go inside. When we get inside, I said, okay, now wipe your feet. He goes, squish, squish, and starts walking. I said, no, you come back in and wipe your feet. He had food. He had grass and stuff stuck to his feet. I said, you can't be carrying that all over the house. So now I've got to shake out the rug because he put it on the rug. But it's like, oh my gosh, he never listens. We ended up with 7 inches and some sleet. Ooh, he is a Florida boy, don't you know, to wear shoes. Oh, don't know to wear shoes. Well, I'm a Florida girl too, and yeah, I understand. I am learning though to wear shoes. Now, I will say, when I worked, which has been, I haven't worked since 15, I think. So it's been 10 or 11 years since I've been down since my heart attack. And um, trying to think if it's been, I think it's been 10 years. Anyways, make to no difference. Okay, before that, I had trouble with my feet all the time. My feet were sensitive. I had constant problems with them. And I would have, because I was on them all the time, and I've had, um, if I wore any type of shoe that was, had any type of way of getting hair into their shoes, I had to sit with tweezers and pick hairs out of my feet, or else they would really, really become so sore that I couldn't walk. So, and I think that's why I have a cyst that I was going to have removed, and then I thought, well, it's not. He said it's not cancerous, so I'm just going to leave it there. I could I could just pop it out myself, but he said that's not a good idea. Of course, he's not going to tell me it's a good idea because he's a surgeon. He's a foot doctor surgeon, but he's retired now since that visit. He retired right after that visit, and so I have not had any issues with my feet wearing flip flops ever that I can recall. My feet feeling sore or hurting or anything like that. Now that I'm back to wearing shoes, tennis shoes, all that kind of stuff, I am having severe feet problems where I'm aching feet, and um, I I have to cut my toenails so short when I have tennis shoes and stuff on, or else literally when I take my shoes off, it's like somebody's ripping my toenails out. I mean, they really, really, really hurt me. So I can't wait for summer. Of course, last summer when I was up here, I'd hardly ever wore any shoes. I ran around barefooted. I can't wait for spring. Spring will be good too. I don't think there's going to be much longer. I think the middle of February I'll be able to start planting and everything. I am going to plant though. I've got onions and garlic that I need to get in the ground. And had if I had a chance today, I would go out there and see if I couldn't till that ground. But it being rained on yesterday probably won't be a good idea. Probably get stuck. I don't want to get stuck and leave the tractor out in the rain. It's cool, Teresa. We have about 14 to 18 inches here in Columbus. Well, Nancy, she don't think that's cool because she don't want no snow. She can't stand it. I used to have bad feet until I started wearing flat shoes, minimalist shoes, barefoot shoes. Yep. Um, and it's not just and I twist my ankle a lot when I'm wearing shoes. Is that weird? Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Christy. She has a lot of problems with her feet too. Um, Christy, do you fight diabetes or not? And if you have it, I'm not saying you do or not, or anybody that has problems with diabetes needs to make sure that they keep their feet the best possible. I think we got about 3 or 4 inches of snow, then about 2 inches of sleet on top. Hard crust, white ground. Oh no. So I didn't have no eggs today, and um, I'm just like, and then it dawned on me, duh, Kathy, you have eggs. I've been scrambling them anyways because the kid won't. He doesn't care for fried eggs. He likes them scrambled, and I'm thinking, I have eggs, so I went in there and got me a jar of freeze dried eggs and made eggs for breakfast. Well, I need to get rechecked. A lot of diabetes in my family at this age. Wow. Um, so I went in there. I was going to do a video on this. I went in there and I got all this stuff ready to make sourdough starter. Because I watched this gal make it and I said, I'm going to do it too and see if I can do as good. But I realized I can't do it until after I take Jace home. So I'm hoping to have that video when I come back. Glad you put those eggs back. Great. Yes, me too. I mean, I was getting a lot of eggs in Florida, and I haven't gotten any eggs from well, I take that back. I got one egg, I think, from the chickens that I got from Holland, and they have not laid anymore. Now I get 2 eggs a day from the chickens that I got from Mike and Wilma. So I'm thinking springtime they're going to come in really nice. And I am going to take some eggs from I'm going to separate the chickens out somehow and put the put the oh my goodness, what kind of jubilees? I'm going to put the jubilees in by themselves, and I'm going to try to get me a flock of jubilees. I really think they're the most beautiful chickens. My mom had to wear special shoes for diabetes, which she hated because she loved pretty shoes. Aw. So we don't have a big laying flock. Most of ours are aged out since it is winter, dark, and cold. The rest don't lay now. I thought about putting a light out there, but then they wouldn't go to bed. I don't think they would go to bed when they're supposed to. So, and that's just more electricity. Are the Jubilees the ones you got from Holland? Yes. Yes, they are. And they are absolutely beautiful. Now, I will say the rooster is gorgeous too, but he is very submissive to the flock rooster that Mike and Wilma gave me. And I don't know why. Now Wilma has got a absolutely gorgeous um um white rooster over at her house that um I'm in love with. Absolutely in love with. And I've thought about bringing him over here, but I'm afraid that he'll fight with the roosters that I already have. And the two roosters that I have do not fight at all. They're very docile towards one another. Really, really good. So I like sweet roosters too. And neither one of those roosters have ever come after me or Jace or anything like that. Now, Jace chases the chickens around to get them in the cage, which I probably shouldn't let him do, but he gonna do it anyways. At least he's not, you know, he's not hurting them in any way. But I don't want him. I don't want him running them like he does. So it's killing me not to be able to get in that dirt out there, even though it's cold. Oh, I'm sorry. The white roosters are gorgeous, ain't they? Now this one has a little bit of black on it. If I can get a picture of it, I will take a picture of him and show you guys how gorgeous he is. I mean, very, very beautiful. Very beautiful cone, everything. Um Now I want a rooster again, but afraid to get a mean one. Still sad about our nice one getting killed. Yeah, that that's just it, Patty. The more you handle them when they're little, the better they are. And the thing about it, I mean, I don't know if Holland ever handled these. Um, the big, huge rooster out there that Wilma gave me, her granddaughter used to capture them and hold them and love them, and they would come up. I mean, she can go outside and get down there, and they'll come up and love on her. It's crazy funny. She's just got a way with animals. She's in I couldn't I couldn't I couldn't do it. They've got snakes and rats and dogs and cats at their house. I said, "Oh Lord, what are they going to do whenever they cuz they're building a house out there on the property where Wilma lives. Her daughter's having a house built and well, actually Mike's having a house built for his daughter. And it's too funny. I said, "What are you going to do, Wilma, if that snake gets gets out or something?" And she don't have just one. She's got about two or three of them, I think. Oh, I know. I had a Jersey Giant rooster I carried around. About killed me when a predator got him. Yep. It is terrible. And see over there, they've got coyotes over there. I don't have coyotes over here, thank God, yet. Now, it is coming springtime, so I might there might be coyotes come in or something, but right now I haven't got anything coming in. Thank God. Not even raccoons. Thank God. Got called away by Grands. I'm back. Well, Teresa, I have not even been able. That boy has been awake since 6 o'clock this morning, and I have not been away from him. He won't give me a chance to stop or stop breathing. Now he's out of the bed, and he's going to pitch a fit because he can't. Oh, he did open it. You're going to get a paddle in if you don't get in that bed.
Hey,
I know you hear me. Go to bed. Now.
you.
I love you too. But you're naked and you need to go get in the bed.
I just still have to tap it.
I know you still have a diaper. Go get in the bed. I love you.
Bye.
You need to get warm. Stay warm. Hey, Susan. Sorry. He had to close that door now. Okay. Good night. He's so funny. He can hear me, he said. So I'm not even allowed to talk while he's trying to go to sleep. And don't tell him he's naked if he's wearing a diaper. Because he'll flat tell you, I'm wearing a diaper. He is too funny. He's such a good kid, though. I'm so blessed. Now, what are you doing?
I need to pee.
Well, go to the bathroom. You know how to do it. Go. Don't come out here.
I got it. Close it with my hands.
Well, you better hurry up. You better not have no accident. Me and 3 of the granddaughters are doing Bible study, and they are texting me questions. I love it. I know. That does my heart so good, Teresa. That's awesome. I'm supposed to get 2 grandsons to watch for a couple of weeks sometime soon from my daughter who had the emergency C-section and daughter in NICU. Yep. NICU. I don't know why I said that out loud like that. I prayed and prayed you wouldn't get freezing rain. My neighborhood in Southwest Tennessee is in bad shape. Oh no. Sorry to hear that. They're wonderful. They are so it's overwhelming how much I love him and all of them, to be honest with you. I do miss having Lance around all the time, though. I'm very how you say, get back in the bed. You don't need to hug me. A little tiny one. You're gonna fall running through this house, dude.
No, I am winning, and I'm trying to win.
Okay, get in bed. The boys will help me take care of Mac after his hip surgery. I hope so. Sorry to hear, Christy. You and Lance were always close. Yes, we still are. And he is so heartbroken because this one's getting to spend so much time with me and he's not. I told him this summer you can come up here all summer if you want. Prayers for your daughter and baby Patty. My cousin in Oxford, Mississippi is on oxygen and no electricity. They finally got a generator going at 10:30 last night. Oh wow. I'm surprised that the EMS didn't bring oxygen to them. Oxford got hit bad with a lot of damage. I'm sorry. Yep. Um, so I really don't have much to do. I mean, I'm pilfering through stuff here. I've gotten rid of a lot of boxes in here. I don't know. Y'all probably can't tell, but these right here are my totes that I don't know where I'm going to put, but they are blankets and such. And that's his toy box. And of course, sewing machine. And I gotta clean off the table. The couch is clean except for the dolls, and I've got to redo them. And over here in front there, all that are, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sewing machines, I think there. No, 3 sewing machines there. And over in the hallway, there's I have 5 sewing machines in the hallway, I think. Oh, I can't wait till my sewing room is all set up. I don't know. I'm a hoarder, I guess, of sewing machines. But you know what? I can do that. Now, I have, on my defense, um, some of these are embroidery machines, some of them are regular sewing machines, some of them are sergers. Um, so they are specialty machines, some of them. And then I have some really old sewing machines that I will not get rid of either. I'm obsessed with sewing machines. Oh, they're about 45 minutes from y'all. Roads were impossible, no one to get through. We are watching a storm chaser on YouTube going through Oxford. He was barely getting around. Trees down everywhere. Good job, Kathy. It's looking awesome. Thank you. I have 3 sewing machines. Sweet. I'm obsessed with the yarn. Me too, Susan. Yarn and. Okay, I'm going to take y'all for a tour. So, I haven't, because I don't have the what do you call it? I don't have the shipping container made into the sewing room yet. I haven't put anything out there. I took those things and put them in those DMC floss things and put them in my room because I don't want them going out there and getting molded. That people don't realize how much money there is in the stuff that I have accumulated through the years. And let's be honest with you, I'm a cheapskate. I never pay full price for anything, hardly ever. I mean, it really has to be something. And even back there, you see my freeze dryer back there with the cookie jar on top of it. I didn't even pay full price for that. I got that as scratch and dent. So these right here are all my raised beds that I am going to plant this year. I'm going to plant out. Thought I heard him, but I guess that's the baby. And when I said sewing machines, I wasn't kidding. Sewing machine, sewing machine, sewing machine. That tote is all I want to say that one right there is all my cross stitch patterns. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 totes there. That's full of material. There's totes on the other side. There's 3 totes there full of material. I won't have to buy any material for a while. But I did get the mattress on this bed. I haven't made this bed because I'm still not finished with moving things around in here. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do this because I don't like the fact that there's no space in here. I don't know if you can see. There's not a whole lot of space between the bed and the thingy. So whenever I'm used to standing backward and looking at my stuff like this, okay, what am I going to get? What do I need? And I have used a lot of stuff off of here. But you see the boxes in the corner? I need to be able to go through that. Let me tell you what happened. I made my little man a red velvet cake. Well, I went to go make the icing, and I couldn't find any powdered sugar to make the icing. So, and I know for a fact that I have one of those half-gallon jars in there. Well, I said, you know what, Catherine, you are not going to make a mess in here by pulling all that stuff out and trying to figure out where it's at. So I got my mixer and I started mixing it up. So, oh, by the way, there's 2 dressers over there and just boxes on top that I have to go through. So, and all this stuff right here is also stuff, crafts and stuff like that. That's got to go into the Connex. So, anyways, back to the story. So, I get my mixer, or blender. Is it a blender? I think it's called a blender. I get the names mixed up. They all grind and stuff like that. And I get it down and I literally burnt it up. I burnt it up because I was making powdered sugar with it. So I have done some stuff, still a lot of stuff over there on that counter, but you can see most of it's all stuff that I use all the time. And I got this out of my stuff and unpacked it. I need to wash it up and figure out where I'm going to put it. And put the dishes away, pretty much. So everything's coming along. All that stuff there's got to go out into the Connex for storage. And so I'm getting it done. But boy, I'm telling you, it's a pain in the tush. And I've got stuff like excuse me, this box I have to go through because it's got breakable stuff in it. And this is part of one of my sewing machines. It's got the thingy for the embroidery. So, yeah. It's crazy. But it'll work its way out. It's a hot mess, but it's a clean hot mess. It's not dirty, so and I know this is going to sound terrible, but once the baby goes home, I'll be able to get a lot of stuff done, I believe. Now, what did I miss? My neighbor of, from Minnesota is even overwhelmed with the damaged trees all on power lines. Wow. I have a sewing machine I barely know how to use, but I'm learning. Hey, Teresa, you know what? When you come to visit me, I can teach you how to sew. Our southern trees are not strong enough for that kind of weather buildup. And that is true. I love to crochet, but can't with this arm damage. Yeah, that's the craziest thing is, you know, I know you're down and you can't get things done like you want to because you need both hands to do certain things, like crocheting. The raised beds, that will be awesome. Yes. And I got those all on sale. Dirt cheap sale because they were not in, how do you say, in season. Kids get away with saying what they think more than adults. Yep. I love kids' honesty, cracks me up. We are trying to eat through some of our older supplies right now. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do too. Yes, blender. In the old days, I burned up a blender making pina coladas. Yeah. Now I could go for, Lord forgive me, I could go for a perfect margarita about now, but I don't dare drink ever anything if that child's here. We did make a margarita over at Wilma's the week before I went to go get him. I got the stuff and we made a little margarita and we drank one and played cards all night long. Or not all night long, but for hours we played cards and had a blast. I giggled and laughed like a little kid. We're just not drinkers. I don't mind having a drink every once in a while, but I don't believe God wants me to do that, so I don't do it. Let's see. Hey, Melanie, how's it going? It is Melanie, or is it Amanda? No, it's Melanie, I think. I get y'all mixed up sometimes. Make sure you put ventilation in your Connex. Things will mold if you don't. We know from personal experience. That's what I'm trying to figure out, Patty, is I know I'm putting floor in. I know I'm going to put in drywall and all that kind of stuff. But how do I don't want any condensation because, once that metal gets cold or hot, it sweats. Heck, my windows sweat. I'm constantly wiping these windows dry because they're wet. I don't know how I ain't got mold in this house. Texas is hard to have. Oh, Teresa, it's hard to have patience when healing. Glad you are having Bible study with the Grins. I'm praying for you. Thank you, Patty. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm just super excited. Yes, I have looked for container buildings, but there the ones that come up is some that's already been put together. I want to see from the actual build of it. So I've got to search it a different way or something. But I want to put foam, and I just don't want to use the pink stuff, the fiber, or is it fiber? The stuff I'm supposed to put underneath the house here. I can't I can't think of what it's called. Fiber insulation. There's a special name for it. Fiberglass. Maybe it's fiberglass information. Um, insulation information. Vapor barrier. Yeah. So, and I know even when I was watching Doug and Stacy, um, Doug had put his cabin up and everything, and he redid the ceiling and stuff like that because they were finding they were having trouble with the way he did it because of the snow and the heat and stuff. It was causing moisture in their ceiling, and I don't remember how he fixed that either. But I want to do it right the first time so I don't have to spend a lot of money doing it a second time. And even if I even if it takes me even if I can only afford to buy spray foam one month and then drywall the next month, I don't even know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it the right way. I don't want to I don't want to do it half, excuse the expression. I don't want to do it half-assed and then have to go back and sink more money into it and just be out out. That irritates me so bad when it's not done the right way first time. Neither do I, Christy. Um, I s- I watched them a few times since the inaugurations and stuff, but I'm just I don't want to deal with drama anymore. I just want to live my life. I don't I don't care what's going on in the world. I do my part by voting and all that kind of stuff, and I'm not into a lot of politics and stuff like that. And I don't want to, I see enough on commercials or when I'm out and about of stores being empty. I take care of what I need, and I don't want to be scared into buying more than what I need. So now there are people that I do watch quite a bit when I get time, and that's I watch Kaylee over at the Honeystead, and I watch Homestead Family, and because she does a lot of stuff like I do, she cans and she freeze dries and she herbs and all that stuff, and she's got the herb doctor on there occasionally and talks to him. I like a lot of the tinctures and stuff like that that they make, and I learned a lot from them. Um, and um, trying to think, who else do I watch? I enjoy watching the ones with families, you know. Um, I have watched Justin Rhodes for years. They've backed off on their channel a lot. I think they're getting a little burnt out. I love watching Appalachian Grit. Um, Megan and Andy, they are a trip, and I learned so much from them, and I can't wait to make some bacon. I've got to pick it up though. Um, Wilma has got some pork over there that I can make bacon out of, and I can't wait. I am so excited to do that. Um, let's see. So dangerous for your health. That's true. Yeah, if I quit watching some that only show drama. Yep. Conspiracy theories sell YouTube views, unfortunately. I'd rather see gardens. Yep. I watch news ones, but not the high drama. Hello, Barb. How are you doing, honey? And oh, I love to watch the haulers. And I watch Sow the Land sometimes. You know, I watch a lot of people that I watch a lot of stuff, but you know, even Jess at Roots and Refuge, she's backed up. She's not really doing a lot of videos anymore either. So, you know, then I heard him again. I don't know. Anyways, I was watching this lady on in Alaska, and I loved watching her. But um, and I understand. Oh, I there is a couple that I do watch. Simply Alaskan. I watch every single video they ever put out. I love their channel. And but there's this other lady that I was watching, and I watched her for a good solid year. And then all of a sudden she had this drama come up where she said she's not letting anybody, I guess somebody really hurt her terribly by the things that they were saying to people can be ugly. I don't I don't know why anybody would come on. Young man, if you don't get in bed, you're going to be in trouble right now. I'm not playing games. Go to bed. I'm telling you, don't walk in here. I don't want a kiss. Go to bed. Go. And don't get up again. Uh anyways, uh and I can understand. There's people had said nasty things to me. And I say, well, whatever. I ain't gonna let it bother me. Just ain't gonna let it bother me. Everybody's got an opinion. I don't know why they feel like they have to say their opinion. If you can't say something, I was taught in as a small child, if you can't say something nice, don't say something at all. Now, I have a rule to that. If somebody asks me specifically, Kathy, what do you think about this? Then I will say, okay, Catherine, do you need to say this or not? And if I feel like I'm going to be ugly, I just say, this is not something I want to discuss. I love watching self help, gardening, homesteading, and Christian people. Yep. Me too. We watch young couples build their houses. Cool. It hasn't been too long that I found Megan and Andy. They are great. Oh, and I love the way they salt and hang their hogs and stuff like that. And I'm just so happy for them. And they've just, I mean, they're just really down to earth, our kind of people. You know what I'm saying? Our kind of people. Um Now I don't watch Cog Hill anymore at all. Groundlessness. No, I don't want. I don't never heard of them. Sow the Land, Fit Farmer. I do watch him. Anne Marie. I do watch her. But I don't watch them regularly. Now I do watch two fishing channels regularly. That's Blue Gabe and Tug Trash. And believe you me, that one right there will tell you, let's watch Blue Gabe. He loves Blue Gabe. And he loves Tug Trash too. And he also likes the Meat Eater. We have started watching him lately. You know, we watch a lot of hunting and fishing stuff. Stuff that doesn't have drama. I don't want drama in my life. I've divorced that when I moved to Georgia from Florida. Jess has a new channel about cooking. I haven't watched it a lot, but saw it. I think it's the Farmer's Kitchen. Farm, yes, she and that's great. I and um part of the reason why she's backed off of YouTube a lot is um they had something. Well, it's out there, so I'm just gonna say it. She had a miscarriage, and it was devastating. Um, it hurt her tremendously. So, you know, we all deal with grief different ways, and I'm just happy that she is doing any at all right now. So many make their fortune. Oh, and I watch the Arms Family. I've watched these kids grow up. You know, I haven't watched it a lot, but saw it. I think it's the farmer. I already read that. Duh. So many make their fortune and have backed off the rat race it takes to maintain. Yes. Um. Yes. Notice that, Barb. YouTube has changed, and it isn't paying out for good moral folks. Just drama and trends. It seems. Yeah. Um. I think I made all of $200 last year. I don't care. I don't really do it for the money. The money is nice because then I can do something with it. But I'm back. I had to leave for a bit. Okay, Susan, thanks for coming back in. The drama is what sells. Yes, it does. I'm getting like my mom did when she got old. She just said what she was thinking. I tell you, my my girlfriend Wilma. It's not funny, but it is funny. I had to tell her the other day that she's getting old because she's saying things out loud that she shouldn't be saying. And she said something, I don't remember what it was, when we were out the other day. And she can't hear out of one ear. when she got so sick, she lost her hearing in one ear, and now she can't hear but one side. So when we're at church or something and we're all talking, she's like, "Okay, folks, I can't hear all this here. Y'all gonna have to speak up." And I'm just like, "Get up." That's the reason why a lot of older folks get in trouble saying what they think, because they can't hear themselves think, say, talk. And heard that. My grandkids like Arms family. Oh my gosh, Daniel is such a sweetheart, and his wife too. I am watching less and less YouTube. I let Mac make videos now. He just does what he wants. He is weird. No, he's not. He's fun. We always think they're fun. We always think everybody's weird that's closest to us. Me too. I find myself biting my tongue a lot. Yep. I try to watch Christian channels. Me too. And to be honest with you, I don't think there's one that I've named that aren't Christians that I watch now. I have to hard think that. Even even now, Simple Alaska, Simply Living Alaska, they don't really talk about God very much. I think I've heard them talk about God a couple of times. They're just, that's not what their channel's about. And they're, how do I say this? You don't have to be, you can tell somebody's got faith without actually them showing that they've got faith by how they morally put their videos together. Does that make sense? Uh, we revert back to childhood mouth. Yep. I showed my son Mac doing Bubba. Oops. Did I just say that? Yeah. Me too, Christy. I'm trying to do better because I have hurt some feelings and didn't mean to. It was the truth, though. If you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything at all. Thumper's mom's advice is good. Yep. I love watching She Is of the Woods, but with her potty mouth, I just had to stop. Yeah, me too. I haven't watched her in probably mm, 6 or 7 months now. Our our grandson loved it too. I like to walk and not just talk. I like the walk and not just the talk. Exactly. Exactly, Barb. And that's like, you know, uh what's Daniel Arm's wife name? I can't remember. Oh my goodness gracious. They have talked a little bit more about about their faith lately, but you could tell all along that they were Christian family. He doesn't he doesn't run around cussing and carrying on, you know. DJ, yep. And um she was good and knowledgeable about the herbs if she would just curb that filthy mouth. Yep. It's why I came here. Aw, thanks, Barb. Um I just I think it's important, you know, I did a I did a um Sunday school lesson years ago on how we take pictures in life. We take pictures of this and we take pictures of that and we take pictures of that. And sometimes you get a picture and it is out of focus. Well, in our Christian walk, sometimes we get strayed and our focus is out of whack and people are not seeing God through us. So I try to have focus. Yes, I'll slip and say a bad word or something. Or maybe I don't have the right thought process because I haven't been taught the right thing. But I try to have the strongest thoughts and moral behavior so that my appearance, the picture that you're seeing here, is the same and it's in focus and you can see the Lord through me. That's what I taught on. And boy, you would not believe how many ladies were like, wow, Kathy, I never thought about it like that. You know, when we're not when we are off carrying on and swearing, which I have a difficult time with. I was raised in a very filthy talking family. And in fact, even even though my mom was a Christian and she accepted Christ, she still said the Lord's name in vain, and every single time she would say it, I'd start praying for her out loud. And it, and she's wow, that was a weird noise. I don't know if that was him or my stomach. Um and yeah, it's kind of crazy. She would say to me, "Oh, I'm so sorry, honey." I said, "Don't tell me you're sorry. Tell the Lord you're sorry." And she said, "I know. I just don't know why that comes out like it does." And I said, "Yeah, Mom, it took me a long time, but, I'd rather hear somebody say that F word than to cuss God. I really would." It sounds terrible to say that. People think, "Oh, how could you say that?" But that's not nearly as offensive as it is for somebody to say the Lord's name in vain. Just saying. So, anyways, I'm gonna change the subject because I could go into a deep hole there. Uh, isn't there a scripture that says, "By the word you shall know them"? Yes, there is, and it's funny. Um, um, I read Proverbs every single day, and I read. This is gonna. I've done it for years. I read like today is I think the 26th, I read the 26th Proverbs. Well, it has so much knowledge for us to gather that I've never not read a chapter and not gotten something out of it. But I am struggling, and Teresa and I just started a little Bible study together, and we have both got little things that we're like, yes, that's cool, okay, um, that I haven't seen before. And the Bible is constantly a living word. You may read a verse today, and it may not mean nothing to you. It's just a verse you read. But tomorrow you may read it and it might click for something that's going on in your life, or you may need it that day. Does that does that sound do you guys find that to happen too? I don't know. Or is it works? Um I don't know exactly the verse, but I know what you're talking about. Oh, let's see here. Sorry, I had to plug in because it said it was going low. Um None are perfect, but are in process. Yes, exactly. I'm having to walk away some from Christian channels that think too highly of themselves. The pride in self is a warning sign. Exactly. We all are imperfect. Only Jesus is perfect. That's right. And anybody who says they're perfect has got a problem. Sanctification is a process. Replace the old with the new in prayer and scripture. It is hard to battle our flesh. Exactly. And um you know, we put people on a pedestal sometimes, and we think that they should be beyond reproach, and one of them are pastors. We have to be very, 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 very diligent about praying for our pastors because they're just as weak as we are. In fact, the devil will attack them, I think, faster than they'll attack us. I love that. Let's see. You are right, Chrissy. I am too. I love about God's word and the way he speaks to us. Yes, it is so cool. It so is. I started doing the Proverbs reading for January with Country Homestead Preacher. The living word. Yep, that's right. Pride is a hard battle. Humble yourselves, or God will do it. I struggle with my words coming out too prideful and offending people. I know I'm a sinner saved by grace. Um, yep, Patty, sinner saved by grace. Hold on, I'm perfectly imperfect. Me too, Susan. And I have a hard time sometimes with even praying for things because I know I feel like sometimes I'm not worthy of something because I'm too flawed. And sometimes I wonder, am I ever going to get better? But I know I'll never be perfect until I meet the Lord. And then I don't have to worry about it anymore. My grandma always said that she said they are but men and weak. We need to pray for them. Yep. Okay, that was weird. Out of hair. It only takes one to irritate me. So, uh, getting back to the gardening stuff around here, I have got to call John today and talk to him, my friend that I met through the feed store with the rabbits and everything. I need to talk to him and find out what's a good day next week to go over and get some dirt from him. And then I'm going to get those. I'm going to when I get back home, I'm going to start putting those beds together. Even if I take them out underneath the pole barn and put them together and let them sit out there until I get the dirt to put in them. I need to finish taking down uh, the fencing for the garden and plow that all under. Probably do that when I get back because I just think it's too dangerous with the baby. I'm scared to death. Absolutely scared to death he's going to get hurt if I'm using that tiller or even the mower part. So if he was older and listened better, because you can't tell me that he would listen to me and stay in the house or stay on the steps or something like that when he won't even stay in the bed. It's just too dangerous. And I spoil him rotten, and I know I could be stricter, and people probably think I'm too strict. But, you know, what can I say? When we feel unworthy, we need to remember we were so important to Jesus to die for us. Wow, that's true. That is so true. I never even thought about it like that. I'm about to start cabbage seeds and so I ain't got no place to start anything in here. Although I've thought about putting that little square table inside the greenhouse. But I haven't done it. I may go ahead and do that. I may start some seeds out there. I have to remind myself of that about people who have done bad stuff to me. Hard sometimes, but Jesus loves them too. Yes, Christy, there is a particular person that has hurt me for 40 some odd years, and uh, I just have to go on and realize that the devil can use even good people, and some people are just narcissistic, and I can still pray for them and wish them well and go on with life. That's right. And trying to turn off love is a hard thing to do when you love somebody and you care about them. And it doesn't matter if they're a spouse or a boyfriend or a child or um, friends. I've had friends from church hurt me so deeply that I just absolutely wanted to walk away from church totally. And I realized that I had to forgive them or else it would just eat at me for the rest of my life for the way they treated me. And this one particular lady, I mean, our children grew up together. We were so close. I would spend the night at her house and help her with staying awake. And she really hurt me terribly. I mean, deep down to the core, where I almost stopped going to church totally. And now we can speak to one another. We're cordial, but I never will have that deep friendship with her like I had before. And it has put me on the guard, on the guard. I've got really deep friendships, but it's put my heart on the guard, I have to say. Sorry, guys. Um, and one of my friends, y'all have seen her on here. She just ghosted me, and that totally tore me up for a longest time too. But I came to realization one day when I was like, well, I just don't understand why she doesn't talk to me anymore. I was talking to another one of my friends who I'm very close with right now. And sometimes after I leave somebody, my mind goes on, because I'm always afraid I'm going to offend somebody. My mind goes back to the conversations, and I realized, hey, you know what? Maybe it's because maybe she ghosted me because I'm at a different place in my walk with Christ, and it isn't important for me to have her in my life right now. Maybe God take her out of my life so that I wouldn't have so I wouldn't have so I wouldn't stumble, you know? I mean, I literally I would send her messages and stuff because we have a lot in common with a lot of things, and it's like, okay, it'll be all right. One day she might come back around, and maybe she won't ever. I'm not going to let it bother me anymore. I have to remind myself of that about people who have done bad stuff to me hard sometimes. But Jesus loves them too. It's going to be all right. Sometimes you just need to love from afar. True, true, true. Yeah, struggle with bitterness. It will make you sick. It's for God to deal with them. Right, Susan. I miss what Susan said. There's really a peace when you release it to God. I have some people treating me like that very close to me, and I was told you don't have to pet the snake to invite them into your house or invite them into your house. Exactly, and God talks about that too. God talks about that too. Um, so I'm sure that you guys have known. I'm just going to put this out here. I wasn't ever going to say anything, but I'm sure that you guys see there's a difference going on in my life. Right now I have nobody, no other no boyfriend, no spouse, no nothing, and David and I were together for many, many years. And there was a time where he led me to believe that he wanted to move with me. And then there was a time when he was leading me to believe that he would come up here and visit, and we'd visit back and forth, and we would never be apart. We'd still be like we always have been for the last 40 something years, always taking care of one another. And for the last 40 something years, there have been things in our relationship that have caused a lot of damage, a lot of cheating, a lot of mistrust, a lot of things that I don't need to go into in here. Um, but I have cut him out of my life. This last time that he cheated on me was in the last couple of years, and we were together, and we weren't separated, and he was leading me to believe that he was going to come up here, um and then I found out some things from other people where he had been hitting on friends of mine, and it just really destroyed me, and I have come to terms with it and gave it to God, and um I finally broke down and told Becky. I said, "Listen, you can't." She didn't even want him to be her. He doesn't know this, and he doesn't watch my channel anymore, so I'm not even worried. And if he does watch it, it's all true, and he knows it, so I'm not saying anything about him or against him. But Becky didn't want him walking her down the aisle, and I had to talk her into it because I know that she would regret it in the future when she'd make up with him. Because she's having some struggles with him and her feelings about him and his cheating and the things that he does. And I've always been the one who said, David, you need to make time for the grandkids. You need to take them hunting. You need to do this. You need to go over there. It's so-and-so's birthday. Let's meet over there and let's do this and let's do that. David's not wanting to go out of his way for any, you know, it together, whatever. So I told Becky, I said, listen, I want you to stay. I want you to stay in your dad's life. I want you, he's still your father. No matter what happens between us, he's still your father. I want you to call him for Thanksgiving. I want you to invite him to Thanksgiving. And if he I'm sure he knows that you all know that he's got a girlfriend now. So you need to tell him that it's okay for him to bring her because I'm not coming. So she did. And it all it all is working its way out, and everything is going so much better instead. But he still thinks that I'm going to turn the kids against him, and it's not that way. So that's what I only brought that in to let you guys know that I will still talk about David. I still care about David. I still love him. That love done go away. But I have given him to God, and God will straighten him out. And I told him, I said, David, the last time I talked to him, when he couldn't even look me in the face, last time I was down there, I think it was last time or the time before, I said, David, you know that if something ever happened to you, you know that this woman is not going to be there for you like I am. If you ever need me, you know I'll be there to take care of you. That may sound crazy. You guys may think I'm weird, but he is my children's father, and I will still take care of him. So, let me read these things and we'll get on a different subject. Yes, there is a peace when you release it to God. Heard that. So that's good. Might as well get it out there. Love you, sweet friend. Among friends. Yep. The Lord takes people out of our lives that ain't good for us and them puts good ones in. Yep. Betrayal of trust is hard, so it's the it's it's the happening over and over that's sad, that's bad. Yes. um my grandmother locked my grandfather out of the house and said, when you can act like a husband, you can come back. That's a good one, Christy. Well, David's good to me in so many ways, but he's also very cranky in other ways and very mouthy and hurts me in ways. And I am the same way with him. We tease each other sometimes a little bit too much. Um, but I knew, um, I knew that there was more up than there was. A couple of years ago, this woman lived a text from her to him, and I said,